All right. We'll see if that clickbaity title got anybody in here to watch this video. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Anyways, I'm Taylor. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be my review of Supreme Power Contact. Watch the video to figure out how you can win the book. Also watch to see if you won last week's book, Family Tree. Yeah, this might be my last one of these for a while. So we'll get into that at the end of the video. But in the meantime, let's jump into this review. This is Supreme Power Contact. Dun, 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 with an evil-looking child wrapped in the American flag. This came out in 2004. It's written by J. Michael Straczynski, with art by Gary Frank, inking by Sabal. I can't remember the first name of the inker. And coloring by John Sabal, coloring by Chris Sotomayor. And letters by Virtual Calligraphy's Russ Wooten. So Russ Wooten. The coloring is of the era. It came out, like I said, in 2004, and everything has a bit of a gradient to it. It's very computery. It feels very computery. And it's just kind of what it is. It's not awful. It's just what I wanted to touch on first because it's one of those things that stands out. Like, at least to me. I don't dig the when computer coloring happened, I really didn't dig it, and I still don't really dig it necessarily. Or at least when things emulate, I just use the computer gradient look. It's just not. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it fits well with inking and penciling, and I just don't kind of. Yeah, it's not for me. Gary Frank's art is Gary Frank. He's great. There are some oddities to this, like some of the eyes and some of the characters reacting are very large and very wide, and I'm not finding a good example while I'm paging through here because I did not prep this video very well, and I didn't do any real research. But just take my word for it. Some of the eyes are in wonderment and shock, and they're like, but like fairly exaggerated. So take that for what it is. Otherwise, I don't have a lot of complaints about the art. It's gridded out. It's pretty easy to review. You're never really going to get confused as to what's going on in the story. Like Gary Frank's a very good storyteller and a very competent artist, and this is very competent art. It's not overly flashy. There are some muscly figures and stuff because it is a superhero book, but it's not overly dynamic and doesn't. It's definitely past the 90s, where the 90s were everything. We're all exaggerated and everything else, and this is kind of coming out of that. It is the Max label by Marvel, which is like, we're going to reboot things and make things dark and grim and gritty. Grim and gritty. Grim. Yeah, that's not a word, but whatever. And it feels like it. Supreme, this is like the retelling of the origin sort of Hyperion from Squadron Supreme. Squadron Supreme was always kind of Marvel's straight up copying of the Justice League from DC. You just rename the characters, you put them on an alternate Earth, and you call them Hyperion instead of Superman. You call him Nighthawk instead of Batman. You call him the Wizard instead of the Flash. Renamed to Blur in this because, well, the Wizard just makes you have to pee. But yeah, this is like the grim and gritty, like I said, dark, focused, realistic take on this. And you know it's realistic because there's real presidents in here. There's George Dubs, or no, the George Sr., George Bush Sr., there's Jimmy Carter, there's Clinton in here, and yeah. So that makes it realistic, right? And then it also really wears the homage to Superman on its sleeve. It starts with the basic Superman origin. Alien crashes to Earth, gets found by Mom and Pa Kent. They're not called Mom and Pa Kent in here. And then it just veers off. But then the government takes over the kid and goes from there, and he's raised as a kind of kid baby. So it probably ties more into like Homelander by, from The Boys. I've not really read that because Garth Ennis, he's hit or miss for me. Anyways, but this is done way before that. This is 2004, and it feels 2004. It feels like it's not trying to be super extreme, thankfully, but it is trying its best to be like a more realistic take. Where it falls apart for me is that, like, there's the Iraq conflict, and there are all the real presidents, but then like the government has Hyperion at its disposal as a sort of secret weapon, and nothing else in history changes because of that. And I don't buy that. I don't know, like if Senior had managed to wipe out the Iraqi conflict in one night, I don't know if Clinton would have gotten elected. It's there's some gaps in there that there's kind of like, well, that I guess I understand why that Straczynski did this kind of storytelling. He is trying to keep it sort of like somewhat simple for the audience, but I just don't buy it as like a kind of Elseworldsy, like what if tale of like what would actually have happened if there were a real superhero in a lot of the ways. I maybe it changes a little bit in the later issues, and maybe things do kind of evolve past this. Oh, look, there's a wide eye. Look at the wide eyes in that lady. It's just very, very wide. Anyways, but it's not a horrible read. It might not stand up very well to today's stuff because, like, I think everyone's kind of sick of the grim and gritty, or even if you're not, this might be for you. And it's not even that really gritty or anything else. It's just kind of, everything in here feels like it's been done before. And this is, even in 2004, it's been done before. Like, Frank Miller did it before that with Dark Knight Returns. And, you know, like, this is not a new take on anything, really. And even I think Superman Red Sun might have come out before this. I'm not sure. There are other, like, kind of, like, Elseworldy stories that did come out, like, around this time, before this time, that I think did this a bit better. I don't hate Straczynski's writing. He does get pretty darn verbose in places. Like, there's lots of dialogue going on. Lots of talkity bits. I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. It's a fine story. Fine indeed. But I mean, look at that. Word bubbles. Lots of standing around. So instead of, like, having kind of interesting superhero battle stuff, they're all talking and stuff. And there are some attempts, like, to show what the real world, you know, how they would react, how the government would react to having a superhero. And, like, it's a mixed bag as far as that goes. And then there are other heroes that come in on the thing, and they're sort of trying to retell their origin, like Nighthawk, which really is just a Batman analogy. Yeah, words are hard, people. You know, rich person loses their parents to crime, decides to fight crime in a fancy costume because he's rich. And then there's the Blur, which was the Wizard, and it's a dude that runs really fast and is corporate sponsored. And so, like, honestly, I think the boys might have lifted some pretty heavily inspiration from this. I wouldn't put it past Garth Ennis. I'm not saying he's a plagiarist by any means, but I think he might have read this and be like, I can do that better, or differently, or more over the topperly. Yeah, I'm just making up shit now. Topperly, I like that word. I'm gonna coin it. I'm not. I'm gonna forget about it as soon as I record this video and as soon as it's all said and done. So, yeah, just to get into, I don't have a whole lot else to say about this one. It collects the first 6 issues. It's good enough. Will I finish this? Nope. I just don't care enough. I really don't. Like, it didn't hook me enough to, like, care to give a rat's ass how the story finished. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just kind of means I have a lot of reading I've been doing, and I've just kind of, this is falling in the middle of the stack, and it takes kind of a lot to, like, rise to the top for me right now, and to make me really want to continue it and find out what happens. And that's going to tie into some things we're going to talk about in a minute. But first, the Family Tree giveaway winner is... No, I pointed the wrong way. You think after I've done this enough times, I'd learn. It's Chris. Chris, I have not given away any books to you before, so if you see this, hit me up on Instagram at Empty Thought Balloon. It's in the description down below, and I will get this book out to you. And you can win this book, too. And we're going to talk about that in a second. This is going to be my last of these weekly trade paperback reviews and giveaways. For a couple of reasons. I'm just kind of tired and burnt out on it. It's a lot of reading. I do my weekly comic book reviews, and then to add this on top of that, just kind of, it feels like a grind. And I don't want comic book reading to ever feel like a grind for me, and it was kind of getting there. And so something had to give. Something just had to, like, take, and I'm not going to stop reading larger volumes or stop reading collections. I enjoy it. I'm just not going to review them every week, and I'm not going to give them away. That's one of the reasons, is the burnout. The second, no one's watching these videos. They get the lowest engagement of any of my content by far. And I've tried everything I can think of. I'm like giving away free stuff. I'm trying to be engaging, changing up the thumbnails. So it's got to be the content. And it's just me, and no one has any interest in this. And so it's fallen by the wayside. It's, again, if something has to give, it's going to be the thing that's a lot of work and it's not getting any results. It costs me money to send these books out. It costs me to buy the books. It costs all that stuff. And I'm just going to put the resources towards something else. Because I just kind of, yeah, like I said, I like it, but this is not the loving passion content for me. I'm really enjoying my unboxing match on Monday nights, and I love that content. And I'm really, really liking the weekly comic book reviews thing. So those two things are set in stone. I will keep doing unboxing videos whenever I buy mystery boxes, although that's getting further and fewer between. Words, people. I'm butchering words today because the mystery boxes are just getting harder to buy and getting any value out of it. I'm sick of it too. I think everyone gets mystery box burnout at some point. And so, yeah, I'm kind of just done. But that said, I want to give this one last one away. And like I will announce the winner on next week's video, so you're going to have to watch next week's video to see if you won this. And in order to win this, the same sort of rules are going to apply. You have to be subscribed to my channel, you have to hit the like button on this video, and you have to leave me a comment down below. But in the comment down below, I want you to like specifically let me know what kind of content you would like on my channel or what else you would like to see on my channel that might replace this. I do think there's going to be a void to be filled by here. So if you have any ideas, yeah, that's right. I'm mining the audience for free ideas because I'm a cheap son of a bitch. But yeah, let me know what else you want to see from me and what else I can change up, what I should be doing differently. Just let me know something along those lines in the comments down below, and I will pick a winner next week. Today is March 1st, so March 8th, 2022. There'll be a little brief video giving this one away, and that'll kind of be that for the weekly ones for now. It's been a fun run. I've liked it. I've done a few. I still have a bunch that nobody's claimed that I might give away in some other form in the future. So keep your eye out and please keep watching my content, and please keep watching my other content. I do think my other content is a little bit more interesting than this, generally, because if you don't really give a shit about Supreme Power, you're probably not clicking on this video to learn about Supreme Power unless you really want a free book. So I don't blame you. I join the Whatnot free giveaways all the damn time, people. All the damn time. Oh, speaking of which, I'm shameless plug. Please join Whatnot. Please follow my Whatnot sales. Link down below. And if you use that link to sign up, you'll get $10 free. And it's free. So it's like, instead of getting a free trade paperback, you get $10 to spend on a book you might actually want. And you can now view everything and enter giveaways from your laptop, from your desktop, and all that stuff. They've upgraded it, so it's not just phone only, because phone only is a pain in the ass for a lot of people. The older they get, especially, I have like thumbs and problems and vision, and I don't like doing shit on my phone. I like doing stuff on a bigger screen, and you can get a bigger screen now. So, anyways, whatnot.com, invite Taylor Winder, or Taylor W, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for those who have been along for the ride on these trade paperback reviews and have participated every week. All that. I'm not forgetting about you. I really do appreciate it. It's just, yeah, I'm kind of like transitioning to something else. What that is, I don't know. Let me know if you want. Let me know what else you want to see. And you know, that's all I've got. So thank you so much. Again, I've said thank you like 4 times. So fuck it. Don't be a dick, even if you're just kind of tired. See ya.